value on it.
And then there's the issue of how we raise our children. You know, as a young man on Liberation Road, I wanted to know, how can I be a good African father? Not just a good father.
Yes.
Right? I wanted to be a good African father. I wanted my children to grow up.
Let's clarify that though, Brother Lee, because there is a caricature going around, being popularized about African-centered men like you with African names and we're Ankh and leaders of organization, that we do so in the name of sowing our royal oats all over the place as much as possible. So in terms of fatherhood, how did you seek to manifest that fatherhood? Was it just by going through the community and accumulating as many wives as possible, or was there something different motivating you, Brother Leader?
I mean, people who have known me for how many years will know that I've got, I have my family.
Yes, sir.
Right? They know me, they know my wife, they know my children, they know our children. And that has been consistent over many years, over how many decades. Because for me, the personal is the political. I don't think you can separate your personal life from your political life. Certainly from the African-centered perspective, if we're talking about liberating ourselves, liberation must be about restoring our African traditions, and that being the source for defining how we organize society.
Yes, sir.
The foundation of society is the family. Yeah? The foundation of community is the family. So all of that I wanted to learn and understand from an African-centered perspective, so that I could be a good husband, I could be a good father, and I was not going to learn that purely through political debate, political argument about whether nationalism or socialism is the way forward.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I wanted to understand what it means to be an African. Yeah. I wanted to understand how to organize a home as an African. I was raised in the Christian church. I'd reached a stage where I understood that I cannot use Christianity to determine how I live my life, how I raise my children, how I organize my home, how I choose my wife, how I get married. I can't use Christianity for that purpose. I have to use my African spiritual cultural tradition. That same tradition must define my approach to politics. So all of that had to be in place, and so that's why you and your peers had to come through a rites of passage program, because that's our way, that's our traditional way.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's why you have to come through a rites of passage program.
Yes, sir.
And be formally introduced to manhood on Liberation Road.
Yes, sir.
And given the responsibility of becoming an adult member of the Alkebu-Lan revivalist movement. That's something that you were told from young.
Definitely.
It's not a question of you become a man and then you go about your business and decide that you're going to live a different way of life. No, you're going to become an adult member of the Alkebu-Lan revivalist movement and continue this legacy.
Tendai Wari. Yes,
Kings of Queens. Any objections?
Oh no, you know what I was going to say. But one of the things that I learned young, and I think you said it in a way when I was much older that was succinct, and I'll share it in the sense of the fact that you can't, as a man, you can't do this work properly and just be running through sisters in the community. It's a dichotomy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't have. It's a contradiction. You know what I'm saying? Serious contradiction. You can't be a man serious about African liberation and be irresponsibly engaging with sisters in the community.
Absolutely.
Even if they allow you to, and that's the other the thing. It's about self mastery and self discipline. So yes, indeed, Kings of Queens.
And that has been, it has to be said, has been in certain quarters of our community a historical issue, a historical problem. It certainly was a matter of concern when I came on Liberation Road as a young man growing in this community, and I realized that something was wrong, and we were not addressing it. And I don't think to this day we have ever seriously addressed that particular issue.
Well, maybe we should do a show on it in 2017, Kings and Queens. Family planning and building in the African liberation community.
Can I just say one more thing? That the family is built around the balanced energy of the man and the woman.
Yes, sir.
The male and the female. If you don't have that balanced energy, you will not have a healthy family. Yeah? And if you don't have a healthy family, you will not have healthy organizations, healthy communities, healthy nations. If we are serious about liberation, we must be serious about restoring African family values.
Yes, sir.